On March 1, 2026, the world was rocked by the news. Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, had been killed in a US-Israeli airstrike. In northern Nigeria, thousands of Shiite Muslims poured into the streets, mourning a leader they saw as both spiritual guide and symbol of resistance. These protests weren't random, they were organized, emotional, and deeply political. For Nigeria's Shiite community, Khamenei's death felt like a direct attack on their beliefs, sparking marches and rallies across major cities. The Islamic movement in Nigeria, or IMN, quickly mobilized, with followers carrying portraits of Khamenei and chanting slogans echoing Tehran's rhetoric. The swift, coordinated response revealed the IMN's organizational strength and the powerful influence of Iranian revolutionary ideology in West Africa. In the aftermath, Nigerian cities became an unexpected focal point in a global crisis. To understand the protests, you need to know who Khamenei was. For over 3 decades, he ruled Iran as supreme leader, shaping the nation's destiny and inspiring Shiite communities worldwide. Khamenei was more than a political figure. He was a symbol of defiance against the West, revered by groups like Nigeria's IMN. The IMN's founder, Sheikh Ibrahim Zakzaki, drew inspiration from Iran's 1979 revolution, aligning the movement closely with Khamenei's ideology. His death created a power vacuum and was seen as a major escalation in the ongoing conflict between Iran and its adversaries. For IMN followers, it was an attack on their global community, demanding a response. The protests in Nigeria were a direct reflection of this global dynamic. The reaction in Nigeria was immediate and intense, especially in the Muslim-majority north. Cities like Kano, Kaduna, and Abuja saw thousands march, waving Iranian flags and chanting anti-American and anti-Israeli slogans. Protesters set fire to American and Israeli flags, making their anger and allegiances clear. IMN leaders blamed an American Zionist alliance for Khamenei's death, framing it as an act of international aggression. These demonstrations were highly organized, with passionate speeches and symbolic acts of defiance. The IMN's ability to mobilize on such a scale showcased its reach and commitment. For many Nigerians, the protests were a stark reminder of how distant conflicts can spark immediate local consequences. The IMN, founded by Sheikh Zakzaki in the late 1970s, has long been inspired by Iran's revolution and seeks to establish an Islamic state in Nigeria. The group represents a significant portion of Nigeria's Shiite minority and has a history of clashes with the government. Despite the charged atmosphere, IMN leaders called for non-violent protests, urging followers to remain peaceful. Nigerian authorities responded with a heavy security presence, determined to prevent unrest from spiraling out of control. The government, which declared the IMN a terrorist organization in 2019, warned against importing foreign conflicts onto Nigerian soil. This tense standoff highlighted the deep friction between the IMN and the state, with both sides wary of escalation. The protests over Khamenei's death once again exposed the precarious balance between religious expression and national security. Nigeria's protests were part of a global wave of Shiite anger, with demonstrations erupting from Pakistan to Kashmir. The events underscored Iran's far-reaching influence and the loyalty Khamenei commanded worldwide. For Nigeria, the crisis highlighted the IMN's organizational power and the complex ties between local and international politics. The government now faces the challenge of managing a group whose allegiances extend beyond national borders. The burning of American and Israeli flags in Kaduna showed just how interconnected global conflicts have become. These protests are more than a footnote. They reveal the convergence of local struggles and global rivalries. As Iran enters a new era, the echoes of Khamenei's death will continue to reverberate on the streets of northern Nigeria.